Welcome to your motion system world. My name is Julia Starr. I'm from Hamburg, Germany, and I'm a teacher's trainer for Pilates body motion. This lesson is about the circuit training, where you say, oh my god, circuit training, I've always hated in school, but maybe not this time, because it's a good thing to build up your class. Like round number 1, you can take a little warm-up round, like easy exercise. Pick maybe 5, maybe 7, maybe 10. Well, it might be a lot, but well, I've picked 7 today. Pick 7 exercises, make them easy the first round, make them a little bit harder the next round, and the last round make them really, I don't know how good your participants are, you can make it really hard if you like to. And a good chance is to say, well, if you don't want to go with a bridge on round number 2, stay with the easy one on the first we did first. So it's always good for them to decide where they want to go, what they want to do. But before we start with the circuit training, I would like to invite you for a very relaxed and calm coming in, lying on your back, because there's a principle I work with which is called relax and release. I don't know if you work with it, but it's really good sometimes to really calm down and really relax your muscles, so you can build up your strength from really inside and work with your really, really deep muscles, and then go outside working with the big moving muscles. So, find a really nice position. Put your hands down to the floor, your palms up to the ceiling. You can try. Sometimes I see people lying like this, and I can say that's not really nice for a wide and open shoulder girdle. So just try to open a little bit more. And if you find a good position, maybe it does even feel much more better if you open your palms to the ceiling. Make sure your upper spine, your cervical spine is long and relaxed. Let your shoulder blades and your whole thoracic spine drop into the mat. And start to rock your pelvis to the front and to the back. And find out, is there any pain, anything not feeling really good in your lower spine? Just send your breath there. Relax your feet, relax your thighs, relax your whole legs. And then let your breath float into your body. If you like, you can close your eyes for a couple more seconds or a minute or maybe 2. And it doesn't matter where your breathing is going right now, just let it flow. And first of all, we just want to shake or rock your body, rock the muscles for a little bit. So the first exercise is called the rocking. And you start to rock with your feet. Just a little movement, and if you're really relaxed, you will see even your head is starting to note, and your whole spine is going in every direction. So loosen up all your muscles in your whole body, especially in your spine. Make the shifting coming from your feet a little bit smaller, and then come back to your starting position. See if your neck is still in a long position, and start to find your neutral spine. If you move backwards and forwards, make sure you leave a little space underneath your lumbar spine. And then let your fingertips float up to the ceiling, right and left arm. Make sure your shoulders are very relaxed down there, and the puppet arms are called, so you think there are 2 little pieces of string on in the middle fingers, pulling you up to the ceiling, and there's no muscle that has to work by itself. It's just everything relaxed. Breathe in, pull your fingers up to the ceiling, and breathe out, let them bump to the floor. Breathe in, up to the ceiling, and relax, and just let them fall down into the floor. 2 more times, breathe out, and let them fall to the floor, and 1 more time. And then only take your left arm and pull it a little further, and then maybe there's a moment you feel that your head is trying was following the movement. And when you release, it's just rolling back to the middle. Lift up your right arm, pull it a little bit further until your head just rolling by itself to your left ear and let it fall down. Breathe in and breathe out. Let it drop back to the floor. If you feel your head moving free and easy, that's a good sign for being really relaxed in your cervical spine, or so you have the possibility of relaxation. One more time. And now your shoulder girdle and your cervical spine feels really nice. Put your right hand on the back of your head. If you don't have a mic, it should feel much more better. And the free hand you put underneath your collarbones, so you can feel the warmth of your hand right here at your sternum. And that's what we call the sternum drop. Your breath is floating up to your hand, to your palm. And when you breathe out, let it melt into the floor. Breathe into your hand. And while your sternum floats and melts into the floor, just pull a little so your neck can become a little bit more longer and wider. Breathe in. And one more time, let your sternum melt and lift up your head for a little sternum drop. Breathe in, come back down. And breathe out, sternum melting, long cervical spine, and come back down. Make sure the weight of your head is really into your hands. There's almost no weight you have to lift yourself. It's all happening. And the breath is the one that's showing you the way. I don't know, that's not the English word, but doesn't matter, you know what I mean. Last time. And then go back down. Put your head to the floor, your arms back to the side. Find the best and relaxed position. Make sure your heels underneath your knees, knee joints. And then start with a little basic bridging, but there's no really activating of any muscles. See how it feels. Like a, you know that hanging, is it a hanging mat? I don't know what it is in English. Between two trees, you can lay in there and, you know, float around. So it's a feeling like, no, there's no movement, no muscle movement. When you breathe out, it's a feeling of laying yourself back down in really nice and warm sand. Feels really good on your back. And one more time, it doesn't matter if you breathe in or breathe out, just do it as you feel like. Last time, vertebra by vertebra, no pressure, just let it happen. Float down. And now find your neutral position. If you like, shift a little bit forward, a little bit backward, and leave a little space underneath your lumbar spine. Change hands. Left hand to your neck and the other one. Breathe in your upper body and breathe out. Float back up. Now start breathing into your nose and exhaling through your mouth. One more time. Inhale, go down. Exhale, long and elongation in your spine. Come back. Let your head go. Let your hands go to the side of your rib cage. Let the breath fill up your rib cage to the side, to your warm hands and to the back in the mat. And when you breathe out, start to connect. Ribs are really sliding down. It's like they're going right one to the left one of your hip bone and the other one to the other side. To breathe in, they are allowed to open again to the back and to the side, and breathe out, connecting deep abdominal muscles, activating your pelvic floor, like pulling your sitting bones together. One last time, just follow. Breathe in, open, and breathe out. Follow the movement of your muscles, and then put your hand back. One to your sternum, the other one to the back of your head. One very last sternum drop, but this time everything is centered and there's a lot of space for your neutral spine position. Loosen up your arms, lengthen your arms. And now start breathing one time and breathe out.
and still. Now play with your breath. It's a long breath in and it's a very long breath out. Inhale and exhale. And everything else, shoulders, arms, face, jaw muscles are relaxed. Breathe out, but your center is working. It's every time the feeling, like your belly is really dropping to the floor, connecting with your back. Last time. Roll yourself down. If there's any pressure in your cervical spine, let your head roll for one time back and to the other side. To lift your knees up to the ceiling. Left knee and right. Let them stay here. Play for a little while. Pull your knees and you will see your pelvis sinking into the floor, the lower back sinking into the floor. Go to the other side and you feel, okay, there's too much extension, so come back and find your neutral position. Breathing in, inhaling, you open up your hips, your knees to the side and turn in, exhaling. Inhale, everything is calm and relaxed except your hip bones, they're working, and your center, which is working. Inhale, open. And exhale, rotate, knees to each other, last 2 times, inhale, open, exhale, turn in. And now you can stay here, put your hands to the back of your knee, give yourself 2 or 3 nice little assisted roll-ups, and then we will start with our round number 2. Exhale, let yourself roll down to the floor. Inhale, exhale, roll up, chin to your chest in a wide C curve. You roll yourself up and extend to the, elongate to the ceiling. Last time. Exhale, roll yourself down. And for the last time, roll yourself up. Now, your feet go to the back and you come to the beginning of your mat. For round number 2, we start with our very first exercise of 7. First one is our standing roll down. Start very little. It's something like coming in and warm up round 2 after this little very easy and relaxing coming in. Exhale, and there's only your head dropping in a big bow or roll down. Inhaling, come back up. Exhale, let your head float down and let your shoulder and your sternum follow. Stay for a deep breath in the back between your ribs and breathe out, roll yourself up all the way. Breathe in, elongate, and exhale, roll yourself down. This time, up down to your navel. Make sure there's still that feeling. Your butt and your feet are on a wall and there's only the way to the front you can go. And exhale, roll yourself back up again and stay. Last one, exhale, roll yourself down all the way. Shoulders, and now the pelvis is allowed to move. You go all the way, and please, your legs or your knees are slightly, very, very slightly bent, but I can't really see it. It's more than a long and relaxed stretch. Stay here for one more breath in. Roll up all the way. Again. This is number 1, warming up your spine and roll the way, all the way back down. Bend your knees, squat, and change to the front again. Curl down is our second exercise. Curl down and roll down. See if we have warmed up our spine in a good way. It's a coccyx curl. You really scoop in your tummy, your deep abdominal muscles. Come back, stay a little bit rounded, and pull yourself up. Loosen up your arms one more time. Little curl down. Stay here. See what we can do about our deep abdominal muscles. Breathing out, lift one arm up to the ceiling and breathe in, back down. One more time. Breathe up, breathe out. And arm up. Breathe in, come back. See if you can stay this relaxed if you lift, exhaling both arms. C curve. Inhale, come back. Stretch a little and then roll all the way back down. For 1 second, stay right here. The feet just a little bit above the floor. And then take your time to really follow your spine and let vertebra by vertebra go down to the floor. Inhale, enjoy. Exhale, activate pelvic floor, deep abdominal muscles. Foot to the ground, feet to the ground, and extend. If you feel you're not on the mat, just scoop a little bit forward. Exhale. Roll all the way down. Scoop your belly in. And one last time, make sure there's really your spine feeling really, really nice and soft. Come back up. This time, you can leave your feet on the floor while you roll down and find a nice position, dorsal position. Move your feet underneath your knees. And of course, there has to be a basic bridging for our first warm-up round. I know we did one already, but now it's different. First one was with no muscle moving. And now you can really curl, coccyx curl. You can really scoop your tummy in and feel the difference. Now it's not relaxed, nice and easy. Well, it is, but different than first time. Now you can really help your spine by activating your deep core muscles and bringing each vertebra back down to the floor. Inhale and stay. Exhale, coccyx curl and width and length. Your knees are pulling to the front, the crown of your head to the back. 2 more times, just for enjoying and relaxing. Inhale, feet relaxed. Exhaling, rolling up again. Make sure your weight is still underneath your collarbones, your neck is free, and roll yourself down one last time. Your arms are coming up to the ceiling. Roll yourself up on your shoulder blades and then lift your leg. Now straighten one leg, single leg stretch. Breathe out, you change. Breathe in, you bend. Breathe out, you stretch. Do it a little bit more faster. Breathe in, change, and breathe out, change. Two more times. Put your feet back down to the floor. Lay yourself in the dorsal position. And now, the arm that's showing to me, to this TV screen, is coming behind your head and turn yourself in the side-lying position. Straighten up your legs. Relax your head. Put one hand down and make sure that there's a lot of space underneath your thigh. Lengthen up. If you want, take your hand, head's relaxed. First movement, breathe out, lift up your leg, and breathe in, put it back down. If you like, you could put your hands, one on your hip bone and one to your rib cage, and make sure the movement is only going out to the front. The space will stay the same right here. There's no changing of space and there's no changing of space down here. Other thing, make sure your ribs are still connecting, and then your leg will stay parallel to the floor. Breathe in, let your leg flow to the front, and breathe out, let it go to the back. Breathe in. If you need some more help from your feet down on the floor, just flex it so you have some better place or better position. 2 more times. Breathe out. And then we play with the flow. Lift your leg a little bit further. Now you can feel your hip drop into the floor. Bend your down knee and breathe out. Pull yourself up, seated position. All the way around. To change sides, lying down. Put your head down. Make sure your hips are wide apart. Flex your down feet and start to breathe out. Lift your upper leg. Breathe in, come back. Make sure there's a lot of room between your hip bone and your ribs. One more time. Parallel to the floor, flex your foot. Breathe in, come to the front. Breathe out all the way to the back. 2 more times. Oh, maybe 3 more times. And breathe in to the front. And flex, point, back. Flex and point. Now, lift your leg. Let your hip release. Bend your down leg and let yourself be pulled up just for a second. Then you slide down again and change to the prone spine position. Your hands underneath your shoulders. Your nose, if you like, can touch the floor. You pull your shoulder blades down and there's a little space underneath your navel. Scoop your tummy in. Activate your whole center core muscles. And breathe out. Lift your legs from the floor. This is swan number 1. Breathe in, stay. And breathe out. Your legs float up and in back. One more time. And start lifting up your upper body and inhale, let it go down. Exhale, make sure your ribs are connecting with your deep inner muscles, or your rib muscles actually. And 2 more times. Exhaling, lifting up your legs. Inhaling, put them back down. Exhaling, lift up your upper body. Inhale, back down. Swan number 1. One more time. The legs. And put them down. And exhale. Lift up your upper body. Inhale, come back down. Now, lift yourself up all the way and shift yourself back into the child position. But you're not allowed to stay because you have to roll up and we have to finish round number 1, going to the quadruped position. And having, of course, here a very nice and slow basic move. Start with a stretching dog. Arm goes to the front, leg goes to the back. Inhale and stay, exhale. Everything sliding back to the starting position. Other side. Pull your shoulder blade down. Close your ribs. Elongate from your fingertips to your toe. And come back. This time, to make it a little bit more interesting, stay right here. If you breathe out, bend your knee. Bring your arm to the side and breathe in, come back. Make sure your shoulders are wide. Make sure your elbows are softly stretched or straight. Come back, down. Change your position on your side. Exhale and inhale. All the way back to the child position if you want to, but we can start with round number 2. So we need our standing roll up. Stretch your legs, relax for a second. Exhale, start to roll up. Round number 2. Start to roll yourself down again. Nice long roll down. Walk up to the front.
but stay in your upstretch position. Feet down to the floor. And the difference between yoga class and here, it's really that you have to close or try to really connect your ribs. Let your back in a long position. If your feet are not really on the floor, doesn't matter, just stay here and try to sink a little bit further into this position. Now start to walk one foot to the other feet. And now if there's somebody in your class who doesn't want to do it or can't do it, you can just stay with our first movement, which was the standing roll down. 2 more times, walking, shoulders still wide apart. And then feet down. Let me see, doesn't actually matter. Put your knees down, make it easy, and swing around. Put your feet to the beginning of the mat. Now we had the curl down and the roll down. We go on with the roll down, but now leave your feet on the floor. First time, grab your right thigh, stretch the left one, and breathing out, roll up again. It's a half-assisted roll down with one leg and one bend, and breathe out, roll yourself back down to the floor. One more time, exhale. Changing the leg, exhaling, roll down, and exhaling, rolling up. Same thing. Somebody's not able to do this, let him stay with a curl down or let him stay with a little assisted roll down. Both feet on the floor if you want to move on. Take a whole roll down, arms going back. Breathe in, fingertips to the ceiling, and breathe out, curl, up, roll up, and roll down again. Long fingertips, long tips of your toe, and breathe in, exhale, roll up again. One last time, exhale, rolling down, inhale, exhale, roll yourself up. And this time you can stay down here, pull your feet closer to your body, to your butt. And the next one was our basic bridging. So we go on with the shoulder bridge. Who likes to stay with basic bridging? You can do this. And who likes to go on, just stay up here. Breathe, center, alignment, and one leg, lift, flex. Inhale and exhale, long leg to the front. Inhale and exhale. 2 more times. Make sure there's still enough weight on the upper part of your shoulder blades. Last time. Put your feet down to the floor. Shift your weight. Make sure your hips stay on the same height. Both hips side. And inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Flex and exhale. Point down to the floor. 2 more times. And the last one. Bend your knee. Foot back to the floor. And roll down. 1 more time. The arms are coming up to the ceiling. Next exercise was single leg stretch. Roll yourself up. Knees over your hips. Single leg stretch position. And if you like to, or if you like, you could stay with the easy one, the slow one. But we move on. We breathe in twice, short and long breath out. Two times in, 2 times out.
Last time. Roll yourself down to the floor. Give yourself just a little break because we want to do one more variation because I just like variations. One more time. Come back to the single leg stretch position, but your hands are going to the 100 position. We start with the hands. Breathe in twice and breathe out twice. Legs with it. Well, that's not that easy, so not a lot of talking for me. Last 2 times, and last time. Inhale, come down, legs down, the arm behind your head, move over to your side, and pull yourself, your elbow underneath your shoulder. Let yourself sink for a little thing, a bit down here, like we just like to stay always, and then lift yourself up, stay right here. If you want easy position, go back down to the floor or let your pelvis on the floor, or a little bit harder, lift your pelvis off the ground. The hand doesn't matter, wherever you want to put it, maybe here, it's nice or it's more relaxed for your shoulder girdle. Straight your leg and inhale to the front, exhale, back, inhale and exhale, flex and point. 2 more times, inhale and exhale, last time. Now, come all the way back up, slide around, find your position on the other side, elbows, lift yourself up, lift your pelvis if you want to, lift your leg, hand, zack, zack, wherever you want. Breathe in and exhale back. 4 more times. And the last one. All the way down, and if you like, just change into your swan position right here. Stay with swan number 1. If you say, well, I have enough power to keep all the way up, centered, rib cage still able to slide, and try really one time doesn't feel good if you really let your center go. Center again, this is important for being safe here. Breathe out, swan number 1, breathe in, come back. If you like, loosen up your palms of the hands of your floor, breathe out and breathe in. Stay with number 1 or number 2. 2 times more. And last time. Okay. Push yourself back. Just for a little second. Breathe into the back of your back. Between your shoulder blades. And then come back to the quadruped spine position. Make sure there's enough room behind. Who likes to can stay with a little stretching dog, and the others start to move on. Breathe out, put 1 foot to the back. Next time exhaling, next foot. Stay, inhale, and exhale, right knee, left knee back. 1 more time. Slide your foot out. Second one with it. Make sure that your pelvis stays at the height you put it before. Exhaling, come back. Make sure your shoulders staying wide apart. 1 last time. Leg pull front. 4 more times. And slide your knees back. 1 and 2. Push yourself back to the child position. 1 deep breath. Roll up yourself. Put your hands to the floor. And take a nice roll down. Roll up to the standing position. So we can start round number 3.
Ready? Okay. Inhale and elongate. Exhale. One more time. Let yourself roll down to the floor. Walk to the front. Of course, what could be next hard is the push-up. Exhale. Push down. Inhale, stay. Exhale. Push yourself up. Go back. Upstretch position. And walk yourself all the way back to your feet. Exhale. Roll up all the way. One more time. Exhale. Who thinks that's too hard, just go up to the upstretch position and stay here. Who wants to go further, go with a push-up. Exhale, bend. And exhale, stretch. One more time. Exhale, bend. And exhale, stretch. One knee, the other knee. Walk to the front and sit down for next roll down. Assisted roll down, half assisted, long legs, or we start, of course, next one would be neck pull position. Right hand to the neck, left hand to the front. Exhale, start to roll yourself down. Inhale, and exhale all the way up again. Seated position, change your hand. Exhale, roll down. Try both hands if you like to. Try to keep your elbows wide apart. Breathe in, especially when you roll up, or maybe you have to take one hand off and assist yourself while you roll up. Okay, this is nice. We can make it a little nicer. Rotation. Sternum drop. Down. Neck pull in rotating position. Stay rotated, and while breathing out, roll yourself up. With the right side of your obliques. Turn to the left. Roll down. On the left side, keep your pelvis centered. The twist is only in your spine, and breathe out. Exhale, come back up on the other side. One more time to be centered again. Breathe out. And exhale, roll yourself up again. Woohoo! And last time, roll yourself down. Your heels underneath your knee joints. And make sure your neck is still on the mat. Who wants to stay with the shoulder bridge number 2, which we had here? Feel free. If somebody says, well, we can do more. Exhaling, roll yourself up. A little bit further this time. Place your hands, if there's no mic, or just a second, underneath your pelvis. And now, make sure your sternum is able to drop into the floor. Your knees are still parallel, and then lift up your feet. Inhale, shoulder bridge 1 or shoulder bridge number 2. Down. Inhale, flex. Exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Put your foot down, back to the floor. Shift your weight, straighten up. Flex in and exhale down. 2 more times. And maybe your elbows are sliding over your mat if they are really sweaty. Well, doesn't matter. We are almost ready. Put your feet down to the floor. And arms to the side. And let yourself roll back down. Do this one more time, because we can do it even nicer. Roll yourself back up. A little bit further. This time, go on the balls of your feet and put your hands back, down. Only twice each leg. Breathe in and breathe out. One more time. This is actually nice if you come back from a cycling position. Put your feet back down and then roll from this position down on the floor. Woo. And release. Roll yourself down. Feet to the floor. And your right arm behind. Oh no, I'm forgetting something. Fingertips up to the ceiling. Roll yourself halfway up. We had always forgotten the single leg stretch, but
We had it already, so let's make rotation, single leg stretch with rotation out of it. Twist and other side. So some work for your obliques, last two. You can stay with the easy one, go with the hard one. And then put your feet down, arm behind, turn over to the side, and this time come all the way up. So my English is leaving me. Hand. Think for a second. No. You stay on your hand. Other hand is on your knee. And then stretch. Give yourself a little nice stretch up here. Make sure your hand is underneath your shoulder, otherwise you can scoop over a little. Hand to the front, to the hip, doesn't matter where you want to have it. And breathe in to the front. Breathe out, back. 2 or 3 more times. Breathe in and back. And last time. Stretch again. And come back all the way up to change the other side. Hand to your knee. Exhale all the way up. Oh, down. Don't want to make it too hard. Leave one toe on the floor. The hand underneath your shoulder. Place your hand wherever you want it. And lift up your leg. Breathe in. Exhale all the way back. Make always sure there's a really good connection of your ribs sliding down and your back staying in a long position. Last time. You can feel it maybe once. Now put your foot down. Turn around. So you can stay here for swan number 3 if you want to. Do any other one, feel free. Swan number 3. Really activate pelvic floor, long and wide. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, stay here again. Out, in, out, and in. Down, long arms, arms down and up. And if you feel like rocking a little bit more, just stay in this rocking position for a couple of times. Put your arms back down and come up. One last time. Push yourself back. Stay for 1 breath or 2. And roll yourself up. Come to our one last exercise for round number 3. All the way up to the front. Your hands are on the mat. Now, pull both legs to the back and stay for a little while. And now, shift your weight and open if you want to. You can stay with the leg pull back or just come in the beginnings of the star position. Just for a little while and then go back. Shift your weight to the other side. Stay. Inhale and exhale and come back. Just do it one more each time, that's all. Who feels to go into the star number 2? Feel free. Do whatever you want. And last one. Knees down. Push yourself back. Relax. Roll yourself up. And shift again your leg around to the front. This was the circuit training. You will have a little nice finishing here. Go back to the beginning of your lesson. Remember the rocking, the puppet arms, and that's what we do for just a little bit. Start to rock again and feel. Is it still, or your spine still as flexible as in the beginning? Is it easy for you just to loosen up in the moment you're allowed to loosen up? Let the rocking become a little bit smaller and smaller till it stops. Stay for a bit. Lift your arms up to the ceiling and start with the puppet arms. Let them drop down to the floor. 2 more times. Inhale and relax. 1 more time. Right arm pulling up. Let your head drop to the side and let it drop back. Left arm. And relax. Let the head follow. Put both hands underneath, behind your head. Put the elbows to the ceiling this time and lift your head. But don't lift it by yourself. Let yourself be pulled up. Breathe into the back of your neck. Your shoulders are still pushing down to the pants of your pocket. Breathe in, come back down. And breathe out. Give yourself a nice little neck stretch. Breathe in, come back. Last time. Arms to the side. And we finish our lesson today with a basic bridging. Remember the first time. Try to move about no muscle at all. How less strength or how less power can you use to roll yourself up? Really loosen up your thighs, your legs. Everything is really soft and calm. Maybe your hand will help you to melt into the floor, each vertebra by vertebra, putting down, letting it melt into the floor. One last time. Roll yourself up. Put your hands behind your head and let yourself roll down again. The right arm stays behind. Roll yourself, roll to my side actually of the screen. So this was the circuit lesson. You can use it how you like to. You can take 5 exercises, you can take 6. I think I took 7 this time, and make it harder each round. Make sure that it's easy to follow so everybody can decide which exercise he wants to stay with, which variation he wants to stay, or he or she wants to stay. I hope you find a lot of new ideas for your class, and if you need some more ideas for any class, just check our website, the Motion System website, and I hope to see you again. Have a nice day. Bye.